There are a number of holes out here that I really liked before. The fourth is another one that pops into my head that I think was a very good hole before, and we've kind of just subtly tweaked it, but the hole plays similarly. And I think the 11th has always been one of the better holes as well. Thought it had a lot of potential. It's one of my favorite greens out here, much different than the others, just kind of laying on the ground with a good bit of tilt to it and a couple little bumps in it. And I love the simplicity of that, and I wanted to keep the hole simple, so we've removed the bunker that used to guard the left side of the fairway, and we've kind of concentrated the hazard on the right side, created some nasty bunkering and mounding on the right side of the hole now in the corner of the dog leg, and then rearranged things by the green a little bit. Again, bunkers right, bunkers left. We pulled the right-hand bunker back away from the green a little more, and then pushed the left-hand bunker complex up tighter to the green, and also extended it down the fairway. More space to run a ball onto the green, but again, the hazards are more severe than they used to be. The 13 is similar. One of the things I really disliked about the previous hole was, number one, you played the 12th, then walked straight back 120 yards to the tees. And once you got to the tees, you couldn't really see where you were going. You hit it down often into a spot where you couldn't see the green, so it was double blind. So to me, the much better, simpler solution was just to, go straight off the 11th tees to the left, and there's a high spot there where you can see the entire 13th hole. The visibility is great, probably lost 30 or 40 yards off it, but in the process turned it into a potentially drivable short par 4. It's in the neighborhood of 280 to 300 yards, somewhere most people are going to be playing it. And I really like that kind of hole. And at the green, I think that hole is now well routed, and the green side itself, to me, is really interesting. It's one of the few greens in the course that doesn't slope steeply from back to front. That green actually falls away a little bit to the left, and part of it falls away to the right. So we've left that, and we've tried to accentuate that by removing the bunker that kind of guarded the back left of the green, removed the front bunker on the right, and replaced that with short grass and kept just a soft little roll at the front. So any hole location on the front portion of the green is really going to be tricky to access, especially from the right-hand side. So we're doing some things with the bunkering to encourage you to be aggressive off the tee. You're going to see the flag hanging out over the bunkering, and it's not going to be a long shot directly on that line, but if you come up short and block it a little right, that's the hardest shots. But the temptation is there to be aggressive, and we're going to capitalize on that, I think. 16 is now the opposite of simplicity. The par 5s out here, I think, suffered from a bit of an identity. They're just lacking identity. 16 is one where we've taken some bold steps. The fairway bunkers we've brought into the fairway a little more to make them more of a factor off the tee shot. And then the second shot was pretty nondescript before, and we've added a cross hazard that stretches kind of diagonally from far left to low right. That's a combination of sand and mounds, and really puts an emphasis on hitting a good tee shot, not unlike what we did in the second hole, where if you bail out away from the hazard off the tee, you've got a longer second, and there's going to be something in your way that you've got to think about. Do I lay up short of that? Do I try and carry it? What part of it do I try and carry? But something to do on your second shot. I think that's the mark of a really good par 5, is when you've got something to do on all 3 shots, and your drive matters. And as the shortest of the bunch from the white tees, I think we could do something a little more severe in the second shot landing area than we've done on the other 2 par 5s. The long range plan is to expand the fairway to the left off the tee, and then we've reconfigured the fairway heading up the hole a little bit as well, so there'll be a little more space to play from tee to green.